Here's the bombshell that has Hollywood executives sweating bullets. When government pressure meets corporate boardrooms, who really controls what you watch on television? Jimmy Kimmel is making his comeback this Tuesday. But the story behind his temporary disappearance from ABC will make you question everything you thought you knew about media independence in America. After a whirlwind week that sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, the late-night comedian is returning to Jimmy Kimmel Live, following what many are calling the most controversial suspension in recent television history. The drama began when Kimmel made what seemed like an offhand remark on Monday's show regarding Charlie Kirk's would-be assassin. The comment, which some interpreted as suggesting the suspect had ties to MAGA conservatism despite early evidence pointing elsewhere, spread like wildfire across social media platforms. What started as a single comment quickly snowballed into a national conversation about the boundaries of comedy, political commentary, and free speech. But here's where it gets controversial. The real fireworks began when FCC Chair Brendan Carr stepped into the ring, wielding the ultimate weapon against broadcasters, threatening ABC's affiliate licenses. This move sent tremors throughout the television landscape, as affiliate powerhouses Nexstar and Sinclair announced they would refuse to air Kimmel's program. While Nexstar claimed their decision was independent of Carr's threats, the timing raised more than a few eyebrows across the industry. The Walt Disney Company, ABC's parent corporation, released a statement on Monday explaining their position. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. And this is the part most people miss. Behind closed doors, sources reveal that Kimmel had no intention of backing down. Instead of offering an apology during Wednesday's planned show, the comedian was reportedly preparing to double down, defending his original statements as being wildly misinterpreted and unfairly targeted by conservative critics. Disney executives, fearing this approach would only pour gasoline on an already raging fire, made the unprecedented decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. A subsequent Thursday meeting between Kimmel and Disney leadership reportedly ended in a standoff, with neither side willing to budge. The suspension's aftermath created an earthquake of criticism that Disney likely never saw coming. What started as a corporate damage control strategy quickly transformed into a public relations nightmare of epic proportions. Media commentators, political figures from both parties, Hollywood labor unions, A-list celebrities, and even some Republican leaders condemned the decision as a dangerous precedent that could transform independent media outlets into government-controlled mouthpieces. California Governor Gavin Newsom fired off a blistering tweet. The @GOP does not believe in free speech. They are censoring you in real time. Former President Barack Obama added his voice to the chorus, writing, "After years of complaining about cancel culture, the current administration has taken it to a new and dangerous level by routinely threatening regulatory action against media companies. Unless they muzzle or fire reporters and commentators, it doesn't." Hollywood's elite weren't staying silent either. Ben Stiller bluntly declared, "This isn't right" on social media. Jamie Lee Curtis, who had previously shared posts mourning Kirk, publicly backed Kimmel. Emmy-winning actress Jean Smart expressed being horrified by Disney's actions. Perhaps most powerfully, podcast pioneer Marc Maron wrote, "If you have any concern or belief in real freedom or the Constitution and free speech, this is it. This is the deciding moment. This is what authoritarianism looks like in this country. It's happening." The industry's labor organizations mobilized quickly. Both the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild of America released scathing statements. The WGA's response was particularly pointed. The right to speak our minds and to disagree with each other, to disturb even, is at the very heart of what it means to be a free people. It is not to be denied, not by violence, not by the abuse of governmental power, nor by acts of corporate cowardice. Even within the FCC itself, dissent emerged. Commissioner Ana M. Gomez issued an extensive statement criticizing her own chairman's tactics. We cannot allow an inexcusable act of political violence to be twisted into a justification for government censorship and control. This FCC does not have the authority, the ability, or the constitutional right to police content or punish broadcasters for speech the government dislikes. But here's the million-dollar question. Will viewers nationwide actually be able to watch Kimmel when he returns? Sinclair Broadcasting has drawn a hard line in the sand, declaring they won't restore the show to their stations until Kimmel personally apologizes, meets face-to-face with Sinclair representatives, and makes a financial contribution to Turning Point, Charlie Kirk's organization. This demand is particularly significant since Sinclair controls ABC's affiliate in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, among numerous other major markets. Nexstar could similarly choose to maintain their boycott, though the show would remain accessible through online streaming platforms and ABC's direct broadcast in markets where it airs. This patchwork availability raises uncomfortable questions about media consolidation and corporate influence over public discourse. The timing of this controversy adds another layer of complexity to an already turbulent period for late-night television. Stephen Colbert's Late Show is scheduled to conclude in May following its cancellation by CBS, a decision that raised industry eyebrows given its proximity to the FCC's approval of broadcast license transfers to new owner Skydance. Kimmel's current contract expires next year, and he has previously hinted at potential retirement. Whether this suspension experience will push him toward the exit or motivate him to dig in deeper remains one of the most intriguing unanswered questions in this saga. So here's what I want to know. In an era where corporate boardrooms can silence voices with a phone call, and government officials can threaten licenses over comedic commentary, are we witnessing the death of truly independent media? Is this the new normal? Or will public backlash force a course correction? What do you think? Should comedians have absolute freedom to make controversial jokes, even when they touch on sensitive political topics? Or do media companies have a responsibility to self-regulate when content could inflame already tense national situations? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I have a feeling this debate is far from over.